In this video, I'm going to show you how you can customize the operation of the core program to suit your preferences. What we have under the Tools menu, you'll see the General Options. The General Options will allow you to set metric or inches, depending on your preference. The Style. Styles are a set of pre-made embroidery settings. You can use any of the built-in ones that we've started you with, or you can create your own. You can use any of the supplied thread palettes, or you can create a custom thread palette, which we will get into later. The ribbon interface. Once you choose the ribbon interface, you will be required to restart the core program. And this is the ribbon interface. As you can see with the ribbon interface, we lose the left toolbar and all of the icons are grouped across the top. As you can see, when you click the different menus, the toolbar will change. Whichever interface you choose to use is strictly up to you. It's just a matter of personal preference. You can also elect to have your designs automatically saved. You can set the time interval, and so if you should have a problem with the program or your computer should crash, you would be able to recover your saved file. Export and import environments. These buttons are used to back up your personal items such as fonts, styles, things like that. Especially if you're going to move to another computer. When you click the export environments, you'll get a small wizard that will ask you where you want to save this file. Save it, and then if you need to reinstall on a new computer, you can click import environment and select that file, and it will replace all of your created items. It's a good idea to export environments depending on how much you produce every so often, so that you would always have a backup should your computer completely crash or something. Make sure you back this up to an off-site media such as a thumb drive or a cloud storage facility, something like that. Import environment you also use to add fonts to your system. If you purchase a font from the store, you will get a special file. You click import environment and it will add it into your core program. The machine. These settings will control how your designs are interpreted for the actual embroidery machine. You normally will not need to change anything in here. Your grid. As you notice, Core has a symmetrical or non-symmetrical grid. You can set your lines, your major lines, which are these darker ones, the colors. You show dash, shows solid, dots. Your shape can be rectangle, diamond, or both. You can choose when you're digitizing to snap to a grid. When you create guidelines, you can snap to guidelines, snap to anchor points, and your resolution, which is how far away do I have to be before it will snap. Your digitizing modes. If you already had an embroidery digitizing system, you may want to customize the core program to behave more like what you're used to. This is why we have so many different modes. The Bezier, this is the mode most people who have a graphics background will prefer. So when you create, you click, and then if you want to create a curve, you click and hold down your left mouse button and drag, and these create your Bezier points or your curves. If you go into the edit, you'll see that when you click, you can also manipulate from there. That's the Bezier. Simple Draw. The Simple Draw will always place a specific type of point, whatever one you have selected. This system is set up to make corner points by default. And if you hold the Control key down, it will create curve points. And then freehand. The freehand allows you to just click and drag a shape. This can be somewhat difficult to control if you're not used to drawing on a computer screen, but we have tools that will allow you to clean this up. When you're in the simple draw, you'll notice that you can choose curve points or corner points as the default. In the standard mode, once you complete a shape, the block will automatically build. If you choose the advanced, you will be prompted to insert your input and exit points. You can also choose the default stitch angle if you prefer. The Satin mode, very much like the advanced mode with standard and advanced. If you're in standard, it will just simply build stitches upon completion of a block. In the advanced mode, you will be able to choose your start and end points. Use single line. Single line is used only in the standard Satin mode. When you generate stitches with the Satin mode, you generate one side, then you right click and you generate your second side. If you use the single line mode, and I'm also going to enable advanced, it works the same, you can make your first and come back and make your second without right clicking. And then you can, because of the advanced mode, you can dictate your start and end points and your stitch angles. And then run stitch. Run stitch is standard or advanced. Once again, it allows you to pick your start and end points of your block. The view. When you select an object, you see it is selected. You can choose in the general options, you can choose to have it highlighted. And you can say, what color would you like it highlighted in? So now when you select, you see it is highlighted in that particular color. Show properties tabs as icons. The properties up here are shown with these small icons. You can choose them to show as words. The only disadvantage of using words is it takes up more room on the bar. Once you get used to the program, you'll understand which icon does what, and you'll probably want to go back to the icon menu. Auto backdrop panning. When our mouse approaches the edge of the screen, the image will automatically pan. Some people find this a very useful tool. Others prefer to pan manually using the spacebar key or the navigator. On-screen text typing. On the higher levels of the core program, you'll have the ability to enable the on-screen text typing. When you start text normally, you will see when you click on the screen, you'll get the letter A. This shows you that this is a text block, and then you can type whatever you like. If you enable on-screen text typing, you do not get the A, you just get a cursor box where you can type. This is only available in the titanium or platinum level. Show crosshairs. Your mouse pointer normally is an arrow. If you prefer, you can show a crosshair when inputting points, like such. Auto close zoom and pan tools. Once you activate zoom or pan from the toolbar, the zoom or pan will stay active, as you can see. To deactivate, you must change whatever mode you're in, digitizing, etc. You can choose to automatically close it after you perform the action, with the auto close. So if I pan now, I pan, and when I release, you see the pan mode is aborted. Use left click on palette to apply color. This applies mostly to people who come from another embroidery program. This sort of selection is very common, but your system that you're used to may be left click to apply the color, right click to change the color. And that is the basic setup of the core program.